So, good morning, class. So, so, good morning, class. For this video tutorial, we will be having our PaintPot application, which introduces Canvas component for creating simple two-dimensional graphics. So, in this tutorial, we will build uh, an app that lets us draw on our phone screen with different colors. Okay, so what we need here will be um, a canvas. Okay, the canvas component, buttons. Okay, and in this specific application, so we will be drawing into our phone screen. So our finger um, will serve as a virtual paint pot to draw a specific color that we choose. Okay, we'll be able to, of course, drag our finger along the screen to draw a line, and we can also tap the screen to make dots and use button at the bottom to wipe the screen and or to clean the screen. Okay, we will also include a practice image which will serve as our drawing background which we need to paint or color it out. Okay, so we will also have to configure the size of the line as well as the size of the dots that we are going to include. Okay, so what are the components that we need to have here? Okay, let me show you this screen. We have, as you can see in this screen, we have here buttons. We have three buttons which labeled to red, blue, and green. We also have here um, the canvas, a drawing canvas into which we will draw um, lines as well as dots. Okay, we will also provide here a drawing background. Okay, we also have here configuration buttons for providing big dots or big lines. So we will set the size of our lines as well as our dots. We have here also small dots, and we have a wipe button here to clear our canvas. All right, so let's start doing the tutorial. Okay, okay. So let us now go to our MIT App Inventor. Okay, and we create a new project. So we want to create a new project, so just have to click start new project, and we name it as um, drawing app. Okay, okay, so we now have our designer view. Okay, which we can see our palette. Okay, our viewer where we put all our or put our components which we have shown a while ago, and we have here the list of components we added to our viewer, and we have here properties which we are able to change um, the properties of the specific component we add into our application. Okay, so um, to go back to what we have a while ago, okay, we have, let us show again the picture, documents. here in our screen capture. Okay, so this will be our guide in doing the uh, screen of our. Okay, so we will have to need three buttons to label it red, blue, and green. So let's get back to our um, MIT App Inventor. Okay, so we need three buttons. So in order for us to organize well our components, no, we'll include here layout and horizontal arrangement. So we just have to drag it and drop it into our viewer. Okay, and let's set its width to automatic, fill with parents so that it will expand. Okay, accordingly. So we'll now include our buttons. So we have here, we have three buttons. We have button 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we name this based on our image example a while ago. We name this as BTN red, meaning this is a button which when we click, it will give us a color of red. Okay, let's change the text to red. So as you can see, it automatically adjusts also the size of the button. So we will have to configure that a little later. Okay, let's change the background color into red since we have it red. Text color to maybe white. Cannot be seen. So white. Okay, and you want to make it bold and the size to siguro 20. Okay, so next button we have the blue button, so we rename it again, so BTN blue. Same thing that we did in the button red, so we change the background color into blue. Okay, change the font size into 20. We also change the text to blue. Okay, and we change the text color to maybe white. Okay, so that it will be visible. Same is true with the last button. We have green. So this is BTN green. And change again the color into green. The size into 20. And green. Okay. Change the color of the text to white. Okay. And so that it will occupy the what do you call this, the horizontal arrangement, no, we need to adjust the width and let us change it to fill it with parents so that it will expand and occupy the container that we have. Okay, so that it evenly, okay, it evenly occupy our horizontal arrangement. Okay, so we now have our buttons, okay, that will let us select color of the line and dots that we choose. Okay, next is we have now our canvas. So let's again have horizontal arrangement. Okay, all right. So we can see our canvas component, no, in the drawing and animation. So we just drag canvas to our horizontal arrangement again. So we also need to what do you call this? So we will have to also include um, a component that holds our big dots, small dots, and wipe. Okay, so in order for us to have this canvas to occupy the rest of the screen, no, we'll be configuring it later. Okay, so let's get back to our component. So we again have layout, horizontal arrangement, all right, and we will place here our three buttons, our big dot, small dot, and our wipe button. So we have to go to the buttons. So let's drag and drop it again. Sorry. All right. So let's change this, the name of these buttons to um, big dot. Okay. So we have big. We have here small dot. Okay, and change the text to small. We also have here, you can use here BTN wipe or BTN clear. So we can use BTN clear or BTN wipe and change the text into wipe or clear. Okay. So again, we need to configure our horizontal arrangement to expand. Okay. So we need to fill the height with the parent so that it can occupy the spaces of the rest of the screen, and the width to fill with parent also. Okay, and we do it the same with our canvas. Okay, all right, so we have it now. So with our horizontal arrangement 3, so let's select the component and we just automatically set the width to fill with parent. Okay, so again, we also have to fill the width of this to parent, okay, so that the size will be distributed with the component that holds these components. Okay, all right. So we have it now. So we already have configured our screen. All right. Now we will now add functionality. Sorry. We will now add functionality for this application. So we now go to our block view. Okay. So what we will do here is whenever, of course, whenever we click these buttons, no, we will set the color of our drawing canvas into the color that we select based on our buttons. So we go to black. Okay, we'll now create an event. Okay, so when we click button red, okay, so click button red in our blocks. Okay, when button red is clicked, so we will set our canvas, our drawing canvas paint color to red. So we just have to go to our canvas. Okay, set, let's look for set drawing canvas paint color. Okay, and place it here. Okay, and the color that we want to include. So we have color here and red. We choose this one. Okay. You can actually select color here based on the color red based on the color or um, the red shade that you want. So let's change it to like this one. I know this one. Okay, so let's do the same with our button blue and green. So whenever our we can just copy this code, block of code. So let's Control C and Control V. Okay, we just set the button to be clicked. Okay, so we have here blue. So we change the color to blue. Okay, let's Control V again, and we'll have the color green. Okay, and we change the color to a shade of green. So this one. So you can also add more colors, no, into your into the component, okay, into our viewer, so that you have variety of colors to choose from. Okay, right. So that's it for the color. So now, okay, we need to provide, since we are dealing with the canvas, no, there are things, or there are events that we are to perform, like we touch the screen or we drag our fingers to our screen, right? So to do that, no, we have event handlers with our canvas. Okay, so we have when touch and when drag. So we'll add functionality to those events. All right. So we click canvas. Okay. You can see here the options or the events that we can use for our canvas. So we have here drag, flung, touch down, touch up, or touch. So what we need is when we touch, okay, of course, we create dots, right? So let's drag it over to our black viewer. Okay. Now we need a procedure, okay, to draw, since we want circle or a dot, so we call a procedure to create or draw into our canvas a circle. So we just look, draw for circle, okay, and put it here. Now we have here to specify our variables. We have here center X, center Y, and we have radius. Fill is defaultly set to true, okay? So there are 4 sockets that we need to fill in, okay? We have the X, the Y, and we have the radius as well as the fill, okay? Which is set to true to fill it with circle, false or false to draw an outline circle, okay? For X and Y, we'll use the values of the arguments that we were supplied when we touch the handler or the canvas. So we just have to use a variable, okay? So actually we can have this. So we have here over it there, and we get the value of X, okay? We also get the value of Y. The radius, we can set it to a specific number, all right? So initially, um, to do that, we can initialize a variable that holds the size of our canvas. So we just have to initialize. So we go to variable, initialize global name, all right? So we change this to most likely the default size. So default size. So we can set it to our default size, or maybe our dot size. Yeah, dot size, we set it to, okay, a certain number. So we use either maybe we use 5 or 2, okay. And now we can now set this variable to our radius. So we can have variable get, okay, and we use the global dot size, okay. So now we already have set, when we touch the canvas, it will draw a circle, okay. So how about when we drag over or we want to draw a line, so we need to drag our finger all over the canvas, right? So what we will use there is, of course, the draw line procedure. So we now move to our canvas, and when canvas is dragged, okay, so meaning when we drag our fingers to the canvas, it will do something. So let's select this and put it into our black viewer. So again, we would like to draw a line, so we go to canvas and we select draw line, okay, procedure. So we add procedure draw line to our canvas. So this will allow us to have these arguments. Okay, we have xy, x1, y1. So these are the present and the previous value of our x, and we have x2 and y2, which is the current position of our x and y. All right. So we can just put it here, okay, in a x1 slot. So we have prev x, get prev x, prev y to y. Okay, we have current x to x2 and current y to, sorry, let's delete this. All right. So now we have this one. Okay, we now added functionalities into our canvas. So we can already start testing our application. So to do that, no, you have to install in your smartphone your AI companion. So there are actually three options, but I will recommend you to use the AI companion app to be installed in your smartphone. Emulator, it takes time to load. USB, you need to have a, what do you call this, a wire to connect it to your phone. So it's just simple, or the simplest way is to use AI companion. So when we click AI companion, all right, it will generate a code that you will use in your AI companion app in your smartphone. So let me configure my smartphone. Okay, let me set, okay, the host. So let me share with you my screen. Okay, let's choose AI companion. Okay, and let's scan Let's scan the code. Okay. So now we have this screen. All right. So we can now start pressing. If you want to press green, okay, we set the line color to green. So we can now start drawing in our canvas. Okay, so we now have green. If you want blue, we have blue. If you want red, we have red. Okay, so we can also set um, later on another functionality into the area of big and small, okay, so that we can change the size of our line. Okay, so that's how it works in our smartphone. So this is the testing. All right, so let me get back to um, my screen to add more functionality to our um, application. Okay, let's get back to Zoom. And let me set again my to host. All right. Again, I'm now the host. So again, let me share my screen. Okay. So we are back with my screen. So what we will do here is add functionalities to our buttons here. All right. So let's give or provide functionalities to these buttons. Okay. Let's go to our block. Okay. What we will just need to do is to initialize variables for those. Okay. So let's just copy this one and Control V. We set the big size, so we can use big here and set it to maybe 10. So you can actually change or add more sizes, and you need to add more buttons to do that. So initially we just have two, the big and small um, size. So we have small, use it to 2. All right, set it to. So whenever our button small and big will be click, okay, it will set the size to this, the dot size to this one. Okay, we have big dot. So when click, okay, we would like to set our dot size. Okay, we would like to set our dot size into, of course, the big size. So we want to get big size. Okay, let's just copy this and Control V. What's good here in App Inventors, you can just copy the block of codes, okay, for you to easily configure the functionalities of the code. So we have small dot here, and then we click here small. Okay. Of course, we need to also provide functionality with our BTN wipe. So this is just simple. When we click BTN wipe, okay, it will clear our canvas. So let's go to our canvas and click canvas1.clear. Okay. So we are now finished. We're now done with it. But of course, no, here in when we drag our canvas, okay, what we need here is to follow the size that we have just set depending on what button we click. So by default, our dot size is 2. Okay, when we want to have big, so we have 10. So we just have here add. So a property which is the line width, okay, of our canvas. So we set the line width, okay, to the dot size that we have. So let's have get dot size. Okay, that allows us to what do you call this? That allows us to utilize the present size of our dot, okay, and utilize it to our line. All right, so let's again test it. Let me make my other to be the host. But before that, we need to designer, and then we want to again open our AI companion. Okay. Okay, so let's connect it again, AI companion, to generate the code. And let me stop sharing. So let me just stop my sharing so that the other one can share. So let's go back to Zoom and let me share my screen. Okay. And then again, let's choose the MIT app. All right. So again, let's scan the QR. Let's scan. Okay. And let's just wait for it to connect. So now we have it here. So we choose blue. So let's try to draw jello. Okay. Green Ipsu. Okay. Right. So we have it now. So we change the size into big. So we want to red C C S. So as you can see, it now changes the size from small to big. So let's get back it to small. CCS with smile. Okay. All right. So that I have this. Okay, yes. All right. So that's how it functions. Also, are clear. So when we click the button clear, no, it will automatically clear all the writings in our canvas. So let's wipe. Okay. So that's how it works. So now we will have to add picture that serve as our background for us to paint that picture. So let's stop share. And again, let me share my screen here. Okay, again, so let's get back to this. So for us to do that, for us to do that, we just have to click our canvas, okay, and we upload a media to for us to utilize for this. So we can upload. So again, we just select here our canvas, click upload, choose our file, and we select the file that we want to use. So let's go to PaintPad. So we use this image, for example, and we click OK. And let's wait for it to be uploaded. So we can now use this as our background image. So we can use this one and then click OK. So we now have this background image, which we can use now to paint. So we can already paint um, our picture. So let's add another color, maybe yellow, because minions, they are most likely color yellow, right? So let's add again into our arrangement. So we have here BTN, select it here, and we want to make it BTN yellow, BTN yellow. Okay, and then change the background color to, of course, yellow, and the font size to 20, as well as its width to parent, so that it automatically be distributed. And we want to have here yellow. Our color is white. It's not visible, so let's get back it to okay. So let's reduce the font size so that it will occupy really the button. Yellow. Okay. Our alignment to be center. Okay, let's leave it like that. So let's test it again. Let me again exit the AI companion. Okay, and let's again create a code. So let me stop share so that my phone can start sharing. So we now have here. Okay. So let's scan the QR code. All right, and let's wait for it to load. All right, so we can now start painting or putting colors to our background. So this is a minion, so most likely it's yellow. Yellow. Okay. We have not provided functionalities yet. So let's clear, and then we go to black. So just put it here, yellow. Okay. Check. Okay, so it's now yellow. So you can simultaneously test. Let's click it big so that it will be easy for us to paint. Okay. Our minion. Our minion, let's color it up. Okay. Can put color to it. Okay. So this is how we do it. So you can use other images. So you can modify this application and put some other images. All right. So blue, want the blue. So most likely that's how it's